Okay, get this. You're being controlled by a 10-gram vibration. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real, and it's happening in your pocket right now. So let's unpack how this tiny device got so much power over us.
I want you to really think about this for a second. What is something that weighs less than your car key, but can literally direct your entire day? Something that can interrupt you, shatter your focus, and grab your attention, not just once or twice, but hundreds of times a day?
It's this little thing right here, a tiny motor. It weighs about 10 grams, and that is the source of the buzz, you know? The buzz that's basically become the soundtrack to our lives. It's like a little digital puppeteer, and yep, we're all dancing to its tune.
So, how on earth did this happen? I mean, how did this tiny piece of spinning metal become, well, our boss? We're calling it the 10-gram tyrant, and you'll see its power is, believe it or not, surprisingly primal.
It all comes down to that buzz, that vibration. It's a physical cue that just cuts through everything. Think about it. You can ignore a flashing light, you might not hear a ding in a loud room, but you feel that vibration. It's like a direct tap on your shoulder from the digital world, and our brains are just hardwired to respond instantly.
And hey, if you need proof of just how deep this is burrowed into our brains, I'm willing to bet you've experienced this. You know, you feel that buzz in your pocket, you go to grab your phone and nothing, it wasn't there. That's a real thing. It's called phantom vibration syndrome. We're so trained to expect that buzz that our brains literally start inventing it. How wild is that?
You see, this isn't just some bad habit we've picked up. It's a very carefully engineered neurological loop. So let's dive into the actual science of what that buzz is doing to your brain.
The science behind it all is built on this really powerful concept called intermittent variable rewards. It's the exact same psychological hook that makes slot machines in Vegas so unbelievably addictive. You pull the lever and you might win big, or you might get nothing. It's that uncertainty, that might, that keeps you glued to the machine.
And this is exactly how it connects back to our phones. The buzz? That's the cue. That's the slot machine's lever. Checking your phone is the action, but the reward? Well, that's the great unknown. That question mark you see there? That's the secret sauce. That's the key to the entire addictive loop.
And here's why that little mystery is so powerful. Our brains release dopamine, that's the feel-good chemical, in anticipation of a reward. And as this chart shows, an unpredictable reward triggers a way bigger dopamine spike than one we see coming. So your brain isn't just reacting to the message you get, it gets a little hit from the sheer possibility of what you might get.
So you have to ask, why was this addictive loop even designed in the first place? Well, the answer is simple. It's not an accident. It's a business model. Let's talk about the attention economy, where your focus is the most valuable currency on the planet. This is maybe the single most important rule of the modern internet. If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. We aren't the customers of all these free apps. Our attention is the commodity that's being packaged up and sold.
I mean, look at this. It lays it out perfectly. We think the product is the social media app, the game, the news service. But the real product, the thing being sold to the highest bidder, is your time and your focus. The app is just the super effective tool used to harvest it.
And who's buying it? Well, it's this massive ecosystem of companies. You've got advertisers, media companies, political campaigns. They're all in these sophisticated real-time auctions, bidding against each other in fractions of a second for a chance to get inside your head through that screen in your pocket.
Okay, so that's the problem. And I know it can sound a bit bleak, but here's the good news. You absolutely can break free. You can take back the remote control from that 10-gram tyrant. Let's get into how you can do it. It all starts with making a few intentional changes. This isn't about throwing your phone in a river. It's just about re-establishing who's in charge. The first, and maybe most important step, is learning how to triage your notifications.
So instead of letting every single app scream for your attention all day, you become the gatekeeper. Just like this table shows, you sort them. Essential stuff, like a call from a loved one, keep it on. Informational things, like news alerts, bundle them up to check on your own time. And the rest, the likes, the game updates, all that random noise, just turn it off. You decide what's actually worth an interruption. Ultimately, the goal here is to completely transform your phone. It's about changing it from an addictive slot machine that's constantly begging you to pull its lever back into what it's supposed to be, a powerful toolbox that you open when you need it and that stays quiet when you don't. And that really leaves us with one final big question. Now that you know how the system works, now that you have the tools to change it, who are you going to let be in charge of your attention? The choice now is yours.